Hello Star Wars fans. Before I started on this video, I'd like to amend some figures I presented in my previous video of how much money has Kathleen Kennedy left on the table / lost for Disney. And I had The Last Jedi earning $363 million less as compared to The Force Awakens. However, I forgot about how the 10% extra domestic box office cut changes some numbers. If Kathleen Kennedy had maintained the brand, The Last Jedi should have earned $780 million in profit without including the 10% cut. So the 10% cut would then be added on top of the earnings, meaning that The Last Jedi should have profited $780 million plus another $93 million from the extra 10% cut for a total of $873 million. Meaning my conservative estimate of how much of Disney's money has been lost by Kathleen Kennedy increases by $93 million. However, for this video, I thought I'd speculate on how much money will be left behind and lost in the future for Disney due to Kathleen Kennedy's bungling. With all the numbers floating out there right now, it is possible to give a rough prediction of how much money is going to be lost by Episode 9 in 2019, the future losses in DVD and Blu-ray sales for The Last Jedi and Solo: A Star Wars Story, and with Hasbro's licensing deal with Disney to make Star Wars toys expiring soon, it is certain that the licensing deal will be reduced considering Star Wars toy sales were down 30% last year. With the reduced box office sales of The Last Jedi and the complete bomb that was Solo: A Star Wars Story, it is safe to assume that Episode 9, at best, will only pull in as much profit as The Last Jedi. And since this video is talking about how much money is left behind on the table, it's going to earn less than The Force Awakens, and that is the goal. That is the standard of maintaining the brand, meaning that Episode 9 needs to earn $780 million at the box office and also get an extra $93 million from an extra 10% cut from the domestic box office. So using The Last Jedi's numbers, Episode 9 is going to lose $454 million. And that's the best case scenario. And then to predict the DVD and Blu-ray losses, I'm going to be using the box office and sales figures from thenumbers.com. Blu-ray sales of The Last Jedi during its first week of release was down 44% from The Force Awakens. If we apply that 44% loss to the 92 weeks of total sales of The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi is going to lose $66 million in 92 weeks. $40 million lost was in the first week. I accounted for that in my previous video, and that leaves $26 million in future losses that I did not take into account. DVD sales of The Last Jedi during its first week of release was down 28% as compared to The Force Awakens. Applying it to the 91 weeks of total sales recorded on thenumbers.com, we realize that The Last Jedi is going to lose $10 million. $3 million of which I accounted for, which means another future $7 million in losses. And if we apply those same percentages to Rogue One's 41 weeks of recorded sales, we can predict Solo's numbers in 41 weeks. Solo is going to lose $33 million total from both DVD sales and Blu-ray sales. And supposedly, moving on to Hasbro and the licensing deal that they had with Disney, supposedly Hasbro paid $200 million for this deal to make Star Wars toys when Disney purchased Lucasfilm. However, that deal is expiring shortly, so that deal is definitely going to be renegotiated since Star Wars toy sales were down 30% in 2017. So at minimum, I expect Hasbro to renegotiate the deal at least 30% lower. So that'd be $60 million off the $200 million total. So at minimum, Disney's going to lose at least $60 million further on this future deal with Hasbro. So even if Kathleen Kennedy ends up leaving Lucasfilm in September, she's already going to lose another $580 million for Disney on top of the $1.1 billion she already cost Disney. So a conservative estimate of her bungling has cost Disney near $1.75 billion. And that's only factoring in her simply maintaining the brand. And if Disney executives had expected Star Wars to further flourish under her care, the money she earned might be lower than their expectations by nearly $3 billion. After these videos, I hope it's apparent of how badly Kathleen Kennedy did her job and why she must go. And hopefully the Star Wars brand can recover with her successor. Everyone, thanks for listening, and if you liked the video, click the like button, and if you really like the video, click subscribe. I'm going to be trying to upload videos every 3 days, and I'll see you next time.